Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Keeneland Racecourse here on Sunday. It is the 12th of October, 2025. Good luck the featured seventh race from Keeneland. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the seventh race from Keeneland. Hopefully the weather is good there because here in New York City it's going to be a very, very, very wet day. I think we have a weather warning. So I make sure you stack up on everything. I know I made sure I did, which shouldn't really bother me. It shouldn't really affect me that much. I live on the seventh floor in the middle of New York City, but you never know. But the seventh race from Keeneland, it is the Franklin Stakes. It's a Grade 2 event going for $400,000 purse race for Phillies Mayors, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses going 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs on the Keeneland turf course. I'm going to take the number 5 horse here, Pipsy. Going to go 5,927 in the superfecta, 5,927 super. Top selection of 5 horse Pipsy. This 4-year-old flip by Kodiak here. William Walden trains one. Flavian Pratt gets him out. The horse's most recent appearance came the 30th of August, Kentucky Downs, 6 furlongs in the Kentucky Downs turf sprint. And he finished fifth by 4 lengths that day. He stalked from a wide trip. He just couldn't get there late around that final quick bend in the top lane. He just didn't maneuver himself well, which caused him. It's a quirky course at Kentucky Downs. I think we've him to a level playing field here today. It's his preferred trip. He ran 2 back in the crest of Saratoga, 5.5 on the Mellon, 19th of July, and he finished 8th by 7.25 lengths that day. And he just, clipped that day behind horses, and he just was wide, and he just never was really comfortable that day. Throw that race out. Other than that, he's been almost pretty perfect this season. He won the Intercontinental at Saratoga. Belmont Stakes weekend. Won a very nice allowance race here back in April, going away by 2 lengths at 5-2. Ran this one last year where he finished 7th by 3.75 lengths, placed 6th through disqualification of the third place finishers Bandor's gift after a couple months after the fact of the race because of a failed drug test. That day, this horse just wasn't comfortable in lane, which caused her. Also had a very wide poster, which wasn't ideal. She ran an okay place last year in the Music City at Kentucky Downs, but I think this year she's coming to this race a little bit better. Should see pace to close up into. At 5-1, I think she's loaded. The 9 horse futures now have been pretty perfect this season. I wonder what's next for her. Do they send her against the boys at Del Mar in the Brewers Cup sprint in a few weeks' time? But this Maryland bred, she's like I said, she's 4 for 3. Her only loss this season came in the Intercontinental Saratoga, where she just had a very troubled trip down the backstretch. Came back to win the Caress very easily, won the Smart and Fancy at Saratoga quite easily, and won the Giants Causeway on this turf course quite easily. Big change today with her will be getting, instead of Paco, she's getting IRAD up. Paco's suspended now for the next 6 months or so. So, getting IRAD up is not a great rider. I think this horse, should really find a winning way also. And also at a bit of a price here. I mean, bit of a price, 6-1. The 2 horse time to dazzle. Hasn't won in quite a few minutes since last July of 24 in the Ontario Colin at Woodbine. But since then, she's been facing tough horse over the sprinting trips. I think this race could suit up for her late. 6-1, watch her running at the end. But to recap my selection for the 7th from Keeneland, it is the Franklin Stakes. Going to take the 5 horse Pipsy. Give kudos to the 9 horse futures now and the 2 horse time to dazzle. 5,927 super, 592 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.